And now 18-year-old Charlie Kirk is saying enough is enough. Enough, with a national debt zooming in on $16 trillion and expecting his generation to pick up the tab. So Charlie is sounding the alarm, and he's letting young voters know through these memes, as they're known. He's posting them on things like Facebook and Twitter, how bad this is getting and the bill politicians in Washington are sending. Now, Charlie, you're calling this generational theft, but the rap against the young is that, well, they're not like you, so they're not up on this kind of stuff. What's more, they don't care about this kind of stuff. Is it an uphill battle for you?
Well, absolutely. I mean, our public school education system and everybody around us is trying to make it seem like this debt is not a big problem. The Obama administration says, well, it wasn't really their fault. And we're not trying to point fingers. We're just trying to address the problem. And a lot of our generation, we're trying to wake them up through Facebook and Twitter, and we're having a lot of success through social media. I mean, we're starting chapters nationwide with Turning Point USA. And on our website, turningpointusa.net, you'll see the unbelievable positive support we're having from my generation. And using these memes, we're able to engage them in such a unique and exciting way. We're going to open a chapter every single day leading up to the election. And kids are starting to wake up, and they have to, because the fiscal cliff is coming. And if we don't get our fiscal house in order, our country's never going to be the same. Hey, we're a nonpartisan group, and he just happens to be the president right now. A lot of lack of leadership from him, but we also have a lot of jokes at the Senate as a whole. Where is the budget? Where is the leadership for my generation? They are not stepping up to propose solutions to fix this fiscal crisis.
What about Johnny
I am going
Depp?
to have to pay for. That is generational theft. If I get a call from the Obama campaign, it would make my day, because we're trying to signal the call. And the same thing with Republicans that do not make the cuts necessary. It's not a pro-Republican or pro-Democrat.
Are you a Tea Party or what?
Individually, I don't even align with a party, because this is not a Republican or Democrat. It's a mathematical issue, and we want leaders that propose solutions that will fix this fiscal crisis.
A clip from a Facebook video made by a millennial criticizing her peers for their behavior. The video has been seen 41 million times. Charlie Kirk is here, a millennial himself. Do you agree with her sentiments about the millennial generation?
A lot of what she was saying I agree wholeheartedly with. As she said that our generation does not work as hard. We don't value our elders. We lift up certain icons in popular media, such as Kim Kardashian, and trash people like Tim Tebow that might revere faith in some way or work hard. And I think she brings up some great points. I saw that video when it had about 10,000 views. I'm actually friends with someone who's close with her. And then it blew up to 41 million. I think she brings up some very, very important points.
Now, you've been traveling college campuses all over America recently. You've been to a lot of them.
A lot.
What did you find?
It's unbelievable, Stuart. You know, I've traveled to about 40 college campuses in the last 50 days. You know, we have college chapters all across the country. And what I have seen personally, and I thought I understood the new campus climate that's being created, is shocking. We are creating a generation of victims that are being trained to be offended by something. And I look at this, and whether it be having young people walk around a college campus, look out for microaggressions or trigger warnings or safe spaces. And what do I mean by all that? It's a generation that is constantly looking around, playing the victim card. And it has a direct political connection with what the left's endgame and goals are.
So what is the political connection here? If you found it as bad as that, this anti-free speech, this need to be sensitized to everything.
Absolutely. And here's the political connection. It kind of came to me when I was actually on the campus of the University of Oregon a couple weeks ago, of all places. And I started to look around and I said, you know, it's really interesting. This is a generation that is so worried about what people are saying. They're overly sensitive. They're acting as victims. You know, when a generation acts like victims, they're then much more likely to feel that they're entitled to something. You know, I am depressed, I am downtrodden, I deserve free education. Therefore, they're less likely to pull themselves up by the bootstraps and work hard for something. And that's exactly what the left wants. They want a generation, or to create a culture, where people feel entitled to other people's wealth and money. That's the Bernie Sanders message. That's what Hillary Clinton really wants to say, and she will end up saying in the general election. And it's this direct political connection that the left has created, where the younger generation says, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve, and that is directly connected with the victimhood type mentality that is being put forth on our campus.
I'm moving up the time frame. You're going to be president before the year 2014, and I live in hope of that. Charlie Kirk, everybody, good stuff.
Thank
you, sir.